Well, I think I'm going to start cutting out my windows, or getting them laid out anyway. Kind of had an old crap moment there. I looked back in the corner and I saw one sheet of this stuff, and I thought, oh crap, that's not going to work. That's not going to be enough. Then when I got back there digging it out, I got 3 sheets of it, so that's a lot better. Well, all I got to do is figure out the most efficient way to lay this stuff out. I've got 2 of these windows here to do, left and right. Cut these out on the bandsaw, or these are the D windows, the rear windows. And that'll actually look pretty good. This is the front side window here. Let's see, to figure out how to get that thing out of there. Maybe if I take that out. Yeah, okay, that makes it easier. There we go. That thing's all clouded up, but you can't see out of it anyway, so it doesn't really make any difference. It's just for effect, more or less. So, well, I lay this out like this. I've got 2 square corners there that's cut off of, and that thing is almost square. There. I think that gives me the most efficient use of that piece. It doesn't really make any difference. Left and right, these things are mirror images of each other. They're both identical, actually. The left one, or the right one, is actually too tight in the hole that it goes in, so I could use the left one for that. Now this vent does help in the front seat. For one thing, when it's cool and damp outside and I have the defroster on, windshield defroster, that helps vent that air out and makes it work a little faster. And then you can pivot this around and blow air on the pilot and get a little bit of air when it's hot outside, which kind of helps a little bit. And you can turn it backwards like this and get some ventilation in there when it's raining and stuff, and you don't get water coming in. So that's not too bad of a little ventilator there. I don't know whether I can polish that up or not, but like I said, it doesn't really make any difference because you can't see anything out of it anyway. It doesn't really block your view that much. So that one's laid out pretty nice. That'll give me my 2 D windows and my front side window, left-hand side window. This is the door half, upper door half, and the window is actually going to be slightly smaller than this dimension. It slides in the channels around here, and I'll have to make a cover to go over this front edge here to cover that and to hold it in. But so that can go on there. See, it's not perfectly square. It's got a little angle on this back side. So that can probably be cut almost a 1/4 of an inch smaller than what the lines are there. Okay, that takes up 1 whole sheet. Alright, these are the side windows. And okay, so they're not square either. I had to take these end pieces off of here before I can mark those up. Now these pieces come off pretty easy. I just slid this paint scraper down in there between the metal and the plastic, the plexiglass, and just popped it loose. It was just held on there with clear RTV, and that actually, surprisingly enough, did a pretty good job of holding that stuff on there. Been on there for 15 years, pulling back and forth and stuff, and they held on pretty tight. I'll clean the RTV up on these so I can use them for a pattern and lay that pattern out on that other piece of plexiglass. Alright, I got these side windows all cleaned up, and I just used the paint scraper to scrape off that RTV, and got this thing laid out here. And it turns out the one piece is almost square. It has two square edges on it, so that's good. And then I think this edge is pretty much square too, and this one butts up against it pretty close. I don't think they're going to lay like that. No, it won't lay out like that. Now these pieces actually aren't in bad shape. I'm going to save these for spares. They're not too bad at all. They're not any major scratches in them or anything. The back one is a little bit. It can be polished out. They're in pretty good shape. I was really surprised at the quality of the cut that was made on here. It was covered up with those metal pieces. There's big nicks and gouges and everything else on it. They made no attempt whatsoever to sand them down. It's just a wonder it didn't get a stress crack in those from that. But they held up pretty good. So the only thing wrong with these is they're not clear plastic. They've got a little bit of a tint to them, and I wanted clear plastic. One of the things you got to watch out for on here is a lot of this, some of the plastic, I think especially Lexan, but some of it is polarized, or when you wear polarized glasses and look out through it, you see spots and dots in it and stuff. So we got to watch for that. So use polarized sunglasses. Okay, that should work. Get those set up to cut out. Those are laid out.